Before the year ended, I asked you guys over on X, Instagram, and here on YouTube what questions you had for me. So I've compiled pretty much all of them and I'm going to answer them in this video. But welcome to hashtag Ask Ben Obi Tech version 1. iPhone 13 or 14 in 2024. My friend, I don't know who you are, but if you're even considering the iPhone 14, you are easily deceived, you are gullible, and a little bit of an idiot. Don't take offense to this because Apple's been pretty smart with their marketing, and they're marketing the iPhone 13 with literally just a different number. That's basically what it is. The 14 has the same processor as the 13, the same display as the 13 with the same notch, pretty much the same cameras as the 13. Realistically, the only stuff that you're getting that's new with the 14 that you don't get on the 13 is car crash detection, SOS via satellite, and that's about everything I can think of. So considering the $100 price difference, can you really justify SOS via satellite and car crash detection? But basically, to answer your question in short, get the 13, and if you want to spend a little bit more and get a little bit of a better product, then get the 15 or even consider the 14 Pro, which is really affordable right now, and I'm actually going to be making a video about that in the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned because it's a great smartphone and it costs about the same as the 14. What is better in regard for the environment, Apple or Android? Now this is actually a really good question and it has a very deep and detailed answer, but to put it simply, there are Android manufacturers that are fully committed to the environment. Like there's the Fairphone. They make a pretty decent Android phone that you can actually upgrade over time. So you buy the phone today, and if in 2 years you want to change the camera or you've got a faulty battery, you just literally swap out the block and away you go. And then there's other companies that are trying, but they're not doing a very good job at it. But Apple, on the other hand, they've been doing quite a lot for the environment over the past couple of years, making phones more recyclable, making them more repairable with their right to repair program. If you look at Samsung, Google, OnePlus, Huawei, all of the other major manufacturers that you think of when you think of an Android manufacturer, they don't exactly have anything remotely similar to the Apple self-service repair program. And that alone, I think, says a lot about who is more pro-environment. Like, of course, every company is trying to do their best to damage the environment less, use more recycled materials, but Apple, I think, compared to all the other Android manufacturers, is putting a much larger emphasis and effort into that. You've also got a lot of their new Apple products, like the new Apple Watch, depending on the band you get, that's carbon neutral as well. And even the fact that Apple is working on trying to use 100% cobalt within the next couple of years, so then they don't have to rely on dodgy supply chains that may or may not use child slavery, which is a terrible thing. So there's a lot that Apple is doing that if you look at other companies like Samsung out there, they're not doing anywhere near as much as what Apple is doing for the environment. And that's just what I've seen. Maybe you've seen something completely different. Of course, I've not delved into the topic that much, but if you guys would be interested in me making a video about the topic, make sure to let me know in the comments and I may actually make a whole video on it. What was your first phone? Well, I remember this as if it were yesterday. I got a Nokia 5000. It was in green. I absolutely loved the thing. Now, if you're wondering what happened to that phone, can we just not talk about that? Favorite Mac color. Now, this one's a tough one because I love my silver MacBook Pro. I think it looks really good, really nice and clean, very classy. But I must say the space black color on the new MacBook Pros is just amazing. I love it. Also, honorable mention, the blue iMac, I think that looks really good as well. Xbox or PlayStation? So I used to have a PS2 growing up, but then we got rid of it. And I remember going to a friend's house every now and then, and they had an Xbox, I think it was 360, and then they got the Xbox One, and I just loved it. I loved the way it all worked and stuff. So about a couple years ago, me and my brothers got together and we got an Xbox Series S, and we've just been playing on that since, and it's been great. I don't think I will switch to a PlayStation anytime soon, but I did try a PS5 a few months ago and the graphics and everything looked really, really good. Maybe because I'm used to a base model Xbox, which is capped at like 1080p output, but I also kind of am stuck in the Microsoft ecosystem right now. Like, we bought games and stuff, and when you switch to another platform, you can't exactly move all those games to the new platform. If there is a way, please let me know, because that would be very helpful. Celebrity crush. Can't go wrong with Natalie Portman. I've had a crush on her pretty much since the Star Wars prequels. Emma Watson is up there too. What was your first MacBook? My first MacBook was a 2014 13-inch MacBook Pro, which actually, funny story, got stolen. That MacBook was awesome. I absolutely loved it. I edited all of my videos on there. I think that's the computer that's probably had the most impact on my social media journey, just because I had that for so long, and it really solidified my love for Apple products and for the Mac especially. And it sucks that my time with it just got cut short because somebody decided it was gonna be fun to steal a bag that just so happened to have the computer in there and my passport. That was an interesting few days. What are your thoughts on the whole Beeper Mini situation? Now, of course, things with Beeper Mini have kind of gone down the drain at this point. I've not really heard anything about it over the past couple weeks, but I think if I made a product and I made an accessory for that product, I would not want people to take my accessory, modify it, make it compatible with another product, and sell it to the people who own that product. That to me just feels wrong. I think they should just give up now because it's just ridiculous the way they're working. I mean, you're getting the same features that you get with AirMessage, except you can maybe find a device that you can jailbreak and download the tweak on there, so then it acts as your iMessage server. But then you need to first of all find the phone. You need to go through the nightmare of jailbreaking that phone if it's on the correct firmware. And then you've got to plug it in somewhere in your house. Make sure it's always connected to Wi-Fi, or else you do not have any internet connection. I guess it's the same as AirMessage, but I'd much rather buy like a $50 Mac Mini that runs iMessage and set that up as my server. But at the end of the day, if you want iMessage and you have an Android phone, you got a problem, because the logical way of getting iMessage is to buy a freaking iPhone. Favorite piece of tech you bought this year? It's the iPhone 15 Pro Max. I actually absolutely love this thing. It's peak iPhone. I think the cameras are amazing. The battery life has been pretty impressive. I love the screen size. It's great. I don't know why I never got a Plus or Max phone before. And also the action button is pretty cool and I think very underrated. I use it almost every single day. I just have it set to whatever focus mode I'm in. It does certain things. It was decently elaborate to set up, but once it's set up, it's been working like a charm. What are your content plans for 2024? 2024, I think, is going to be huge. So I'm not going to lay down everything that I've got planned for the channel and everything this year, but I definitely want to focus a lot more on short form content, which I have been doing, but also delving in a little bit more into long form. I want to be able to post one long form video a week and then 5 to 7 shorts a week. That's kind of the goal. So consistency overall is the goal. And also, of course, there are number goals. Like I want to hit 100K on TikTok. I want to hit 10K here on YouTube, as well as being able to be monetized. Also, I want to do more videos. Like I'm sure some of you have seen the iPhone 13 mini in 2024 and the iPhone 12 Pro in 2024 videos. I want to do more of those, so get a hold of older devices. I'm reviewing them today to see if it still is a thing to consider. I'm actually currently working on a video about the iPhone 10R and very soon also the iPhone 14 Pro, and seeing if those are still phones you should consider this year. So make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that, because this year is going to be huge. I'm telling you. I also want to collaborate a lot more with different creators, because I tend to collab every now and then with some creators, but I always do it with the same ones. And also I want to live stream more and do more of these Q&As so I can interact more with you guys, because I feel like since I've started the new channel and since I've come home from my mission, I've just not had the same connection with my audience as I did before. The fact that most of my followers are on TikTok, and TikTok isn't exactly a platform to build a community, doesn't help. So this year I want to look for ways of how I can interact more on a one-to-one level with you guys, and maybe that means starting a Discord server. If you guys would be interested in that, leave a like below or comment, or let me know in some shape or form. But I'm really excited for what 2024 has in store for me and for you. Of course, it's a new year. It's a time to start off fresh. Although I am going back to do sales this summer, which is the reason why I didn't really upload much this summer, if not at all. But this year I want to really prioritize things and be better at scheduling my time so I can make time to actually continue to make videos and work towards my goal of becoming a full-time content creator. I'm excited for this year. I hope you are as well. Thanks for all the support. Make sure you subscribe and check out this video right here. YouTube thinks you should watch it because it's a pretty cool video. I mean, of course, I made the video, so of course it's cool. And also, here's a button you can subscribe to. That's about it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.